Hello everybody, Storm here. Welcome back to Transport Fever. In the last episode, we finished up connecting the new goods factory and construction materials plant to the freight system, and got the line all through, the train all set up, and everything is up and running. And I've actually gone ahead and run things forward a bit to see how everything plays out, and yep. This guy is bringing through plastic and steel and the slag and taking everything back as anticipated, and it is actually making pretty decent money. So that is good news. It's going to just deliver this. Then I'm going to pick up whatever construction materials are currently sitting there, which there's a little bit. Not a ton at the moment, but there's some. Pick up the goods that get manufactured on the way back, and yeah, it's making money in both directions. So that is what we like to see. Now, in theory, I could also bring in planks to here and make even more goods. But for now, this is working fine. Now, is this guy outside the... Yes. Okay, good. It's loaded up the construction materials. So let me just accelerate this a little bit. Let it run through the cycle. And it's going to load up all these guys. It's going to go ahead and take them on through. Alright. So, what we're going to go ahead and do now is go back to passengers. Oh, jeez, look at all this. Look at all these logs waiting here. One thing I could probably do is, say, turn off... stations? Yeah, that would turn off all those stations, at least for the time being, to get all that clutter out of there. We would probably want to turn it back on if we want to go take a look and see, do we have the capacity for maybe more trains or better trains or whatever. But what we're going to do is we are going to begin adding more cities to the passenger network. So we need to decide what cities are going to get added. So all these guys on this row are added. All these guys on that area are added. Through here are all in. Duckburg technically is, though it isn't really added all that well. There is a construction, but no, that's a steel mill. Now, these guys are all in the network. Out to Alda, anyway. So maybe what we might do is we make Redania a bit of a passenger hub, run a line out here to Windurst, and then head through here. Let's see, does anything really lend itself? Let me just kind of square things up here a bit. So we head out to Windurst. Where would be another city we could hook into? Randagrees? Brule? Revelstone? Dol Guldur? And then from Revelstone, we can branch out to Raccoon City and Ishgard and Orudruin. And then we could potentially make a line that runs like Floston to Whiterun to Limsa to... Yeah, we have some options here. We have some options here. I also might want to get some ships in. And you know what? I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some ships running because we haven't done anything with ships yet. And what we're going to do is we're going to set up a passenger line. And actually, I think this might be what we do. Yeah, because I'm definitely going to do this. Gridania, Windurst, Randegrees, Brule. And maybe, you know, Raccoon City might be the better option. We'll have to see there. But if I do a Bastock to El Dorado, like, ferry... We could then make like an El Dorado to Sandoria and Lumois City and Emerald City and Iron Forge and Luca. Got a bunch of cities out here that could definitely generate some passengers for us. I do kind of want to work around the mountain because this is kind of, you know, what the map is all about is the this really rugged mountainous terrain. But you know what, we're gonna work down here a little bit, and then we'll work on this a little bit later. All right, so Bastock. We need a passenger dock. And preferably near where we could get access to a tram stop. So that passengers could transfer from the train station here, which is 109 passengers right now. We probably do need to throw another vehicle on here. They're all 25 years old. Is there any replacement that carries more? I'm getting distracted now. And this is going to take a second or two to open up. Now, see these guys. We're running the Shinkansen 0 series. I think it was the 8-car set. 219 yards, yes. That does 190 passengers and 130 miles an hour. Did we get anything newer? We still have these other 0 series. Small windows version. Okay, that doesn't really change anything. We have TGVs. 256 passengers, 186 miles an hour. How long is... Oh, get rid of this. This is 309 yards. It's too long. It's too long for the stations that we have. RE450 commuter train. We got a whole bunch of fake stuff. Wow, that was a lot of stuff that just unlocked. Very interesting. Okay. Let me close that. And try this again. Okay, so the RE450 commuter train, 99 passengers, not enough. 81 miles an hour, forget it. TGV duplex, 223 passengers, 199 miles an hour. How long is it? 224 yards. 33.7 million per vehicle. How much would it cost to replace those? 168 million. Ah, we got that. That's no big deal. So it's like, as much as I'd like to stick with the Japanese trains, we don't have any of the newer Shinkansens yet. Alright, let's spend the money. And, do we have any of them approaching a station? That one just left. Alright, let's just fast forward here a second. Again, as I said, I'm getting a bit distracted. We are going to get this new line started, but I just want to get this going. Because this is one of our most profitable lines. My question is, will it fit in the station? Because this just barely. It kinda does. As long as we didn't put any of these diamonds too close to any of the stations, it shouldn't cause a problem. Well, we'll find out soon enough. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye on that later. But back to our project that I decided at the spur of the moment what we were going to do. Okay, actually it looks like the Bastock has expanded quite a bit. But that is mostly commercial and industrial area, so the trams actually still cover the residents. Okay. Let's see where we can get a port in. Docks outside navigable waters. Docks outside navigable waters. Where's our navigable waters? Oh, hold on. I want to hit the right buttons here. Docks outside navigable waters. Terrain alignment collision. Too much slope. Construction not possible. Docks outside navigable waters. There. Hit it. Okay. Now the question is going to be, can we get the road through here? Construction not possible. Construction works there. Do it. Holy cow, is that a steep road. But all that matters is Are the docks covered? It does look like they are. You might not be able to see it, but it does look like they are covered. That looks... that is easier to see there. Yeah, that is just in range to transfer passengers from there to there. Alright, cool. So, El Dorado, let's see what you've got. Well, we can really put the port anywhere because we can then set up a tram line in El Dorado to get the people where they need to be. But what I'm thinking is that in here is probably the best option. So we're going to tear that road out, pause it up here so that the game doesn't rebuild it. And then smooth that out. Let's see, navigable waters. There should be... docks outside navigable waters. There. There we go. That's a little bit far outside of town. Ooh. It's a little bit far outside of town, but I think it should be okay. Doesn't quite line up as neatly as I'd like. Alright, that's alright. Okay. So let's set up the roads. So that we can create a tram line through here. Alright, where were the residents? Okay, there we are. Let's make this a loop. Let's make sure we have a stop there. We have a stop there, and we have a stop there. So that should cover everything. So this is the El Dorado tram. Get the depot on here. Actually, make sure that pushes through there. Okay. Now, depot. We can kind of stick that... well, it's going to have to be somewhere on the actual tram line. So... keep hitting the wrong buttons. Can I do this in such a way that it doesn't demolish that building? Nope, doesn't look like it's going to let me do that. So we're going to have to kind of squeeze this in here. There we go. Let's buy some trams. One, two, three of those. Set line the Dorado tram. Alright. Now we need to come up with a ship line from here. Terminal 2 to here. Oh, and autosave. And this is ship passenger. Bastock to El Dorado. And what color do we want to use for the ships? I don't think I've used these colors yet. Alright, yeah, we'll go with the cyan. And we're going to need a shipyard. Doesn't necessarily matter where I put it. I mean, it would be nice to kind of settle it in near the docks. Yes, there we go. And let's see what kind of ships we have on offer. Passenger ships. We have this little motorboat which carries 5 passengers. Aircraft carrier. These ones that don't have any pictures I'm kind of leery of. 1,675 passengers. Really? "100 passengers and it goes 16 miles an hour. There's this guy that carries 175 passengers and goes 16 miles an hour. $1,675 passengers. 33 million a year. Or 33 million, it costs 6 million a year to operate. The motorboat does 67 miles an hour and carries 5 passengers. Oh, here's a whole bunch of new stuff. Oh, we got this new thing. That's interesting. This is 175 and does 16. Whereas the sailboats... you guys do 35 passengers and do 25 miles an hour. $3,175 capacity passengers. It's an aircraft carrier, apparently. I'm thinking we start with this, and we do like... Or no, we go with a sailboat. Well, 16 miles an hour. Alright, fine. Buy them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 4 of them. Set line to that. Okay, are they even going to move? You're moving at 1 mile an hour. Why? Okay, well, we have that in place now, and we'll see what that does. I guess we're going to be heading over here to El Dorado, and I guess we're going to be planning a train line to Sandoria. I might want to set it up in such a way that we could potentially branch in multiple directions off of it without too much trouble. Putting the train station on the coastline here, I think makes the most sense. At least in Sandoria, anyway. But first thing we're going to have to do is get a train station here in El Dorado. But I think we're at the point now where we're going to use some of these newer looking stations. Terminal station. Service passenger station with tram stop. Whoa, why are we going that? There's a tram stop on it? I don't think we need the tram stop built into the station. Length 240. Oh yeah, we do need the platforms on there. We're only going to need one track. We want it at high speed. Entry A, none. Entry B, none. Entry C, none. Fences. Wow, man, you can do all kinds of stuff with this particular station. I am just going to want to give it a little bit of curvature. Alright, we wanted to go the other direction. Let's see, 800 foot radius? Is that 800 meter radius or feet? Feet. Meters or feet? It's probably meters. Unable to align terrain. Yeah, it doesn't seem to like anything here. See, that would be a pretty nice place to put it. But I'm going to have to lower the terrain a bunch. Probably get rid of that little piece of road. Still unable to align terrain. And I can put it there, but if I link the road up, let's just get it so that the station gets in there, and then we'll smooth it out later. There we go. It's still a pretty severe slope, but I might be able to adjust some of it. Now, in reality, you'd build a retaining wall there, but we don't have that option. At least I haven't seen a mod for one yet. Alright. So there we are. Station in. And now we just need to run through here. And it's probably going to all be tunnel. Just looking at things, it's probably going to be all tunnel all the time. It's just a matter of where do we want it to emerge. Probably here, swing into there, and then proceed from there. Alright, but we are at the end of the episode here, so we're going to go ahead and stop here. There's our boats. And then we'll continue our work with the passengers. Alright, but for now, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.